Oh my God. Kevin Durant is a menace to society. I'm honestly going to start hopping on this train that Kevin Durant is the MVP. I just feel like Steph Curry is making a valid case. Also, I have a bleach stain on my shoulder. It's not jizz, I promise. Tell me down below if you guys agree with me that Kevin Durant is arguably doing a bigger carry job. Like Steph Curry's doing something remarkable, but his team is healthier than and has more players available than the Nets. Like I really think what Kevin Durant is doing right now with this team is is pretty remarkable. It's incredible. Okay, first off, 51 points against the Pistons. It's just like, look, like this is a team that tonight, James Johnson, LaMarcus Aldridge, Patty Mills, and DeAndre Brembry was the lineup that he was working with. Cam Thomas was the man, continues to be the sixth man off the bench. I really want to shout out Cam Thomas is one of my favorite rookies, really showing that he's a spark plug, future six man of the year. Like he is going to be a six man of the year. And, Bruce Brown, Nick Claxton. Nick Claxton, I know he didn't do much tonight on the offensive side, but he was a real menace, blocking shots and getting some steals. DeAndre Bembry and Bruce Brown do their jobs as glue guys. James Johnson, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Nick Claxton continue to, lock it down as the big man rotation with, Patty Mills and Cam Thomas being the kind of the scoring punches, like who can stretch the floor for this team as they don't really have their shooters anymore, Joe Harris, and they didn't have James Harden tonight. So it's just like, look, what is Kevin Durant doing? Kevin Durant is like doing things that are godly. Like I think Kevin Durant's doing a bigger carry job. Like this guy's averaging 30 points a night while shooting 53% from the freaking field, okay? 37% from three, and then almost shooting 90% from free throw line. Like he's about to have a 50, 40, 90 year. And he's 33. I think you got to give him the MVP. You got to. It's like you're out here watching Kevin Durant just be a menace to society, the menace to literally the NBA. This is a guy who was shooting from all over. He hit like so many three pointers from the left side of the 3 point line. And then he was just going off. And the other thing is like, it's not even the fact that he's just creating for himself. He's creating for other people. He had 9 assists out there. He was setting up James Johnson, LaMarcus Aldridge, Patty Mills, okay? DeAndre Bembry. He was setting up everybody. Everybody was getting set up by Kevin Durant. Like, they wouldn't have won this game if it wasn't for Kevin Durant. They wouldn't have won most of their games if it wasn't for Kevin Durant. So that's what I say. Isn't the most valuable player? Like, Steph Curry, yes, the team wouldn't be the best team in the NBA if it wasn't for Steph Curry on the roster. But I think they can win a few games without Steph Curry on the roster because they're that deep. But the Nets, even if James Harden was starting, even if Kyrie was starting, Kevin Durant's not out there, the team isn't the same. I'm that confident with Kevin Durant is the most valuable player in the league and the most valuable player for his team. Even though you can say the same thing for Steph. I think that team is still very good without Steph. And they still get Klay Thompson back. And they still have Draymond Green. And they still will get James Wiseman back. And they have Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins. This is just Kevin Durant. No Kyrie. And they have James Harden. But James Harden hasn't been 100% himself. Besides that, it's a bunch of older guys. Mixed in with a few young guys. And Cam Thomas is their sixth man. So you tell me that if I can't believe if anyone tells me seriously that they don't find what Kevin Durant is doing isn't impressive. I think what he's doing is just incredible and it needs to be acknowledged, okay? I never been a huge Kevin Durant fan and maybe I'm wrong for doing that, okay? Maybe I'm about to change and like never be that kind of bum again because Kevin Durant is fucking insane. And the guy kind of deserves MVP at this point. I really do believe that. He's been that incredible in my mind, and that's why I think is when it comes down, the MVP should be a guy. If you took him off the team, I think Kevin Durant right now arguably is the best player in the world. I'm a LeBron James fan. I love LeBron James. I think LeBron James is the best player of all time. He's the greatest player of all time. He's the GOAT. But right now, the things Kevin Durant is doing is absurd. Absurd. Kevin Durant is a freaking machine. So that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you guys agree with me? And am I wrong? That's basically my thoughts.